The United States is looking at our first tropical system of 2023, but this is not impacting the Atlantic or the Eastern Pacific. It's actually way out in the Western Pacific. This is now Tropical Storm Mawar, located towards the south and east of Guam. Remember, that is United States territory, and it is going to be developing, pulling off towards north, and likely going to intensify to a typhoon. That is the equivalent of a hurricane if we're talking about the Atlantic. But right now, this is continuing to wrap up over the Marshall Islands. Plenty of moisture, a lot of good outflow aloft here, and really this is all going to come together for this to strengthen, passing over Guam, Rota, and Saipan. Remember, that is all part of the United States, with winds over 100 miles per hour sustained before it continues to lift off there towards the north, heading in the mid part of next week. But definitely going to be looking at those damaging winds potentially out here. The good news, these islands are definitely built for these type of tropical systems. I mean, they get these storms quite often. The building codes are very strict, plus the island is not really conducive for storm surge. Really do have the reefs around them. Also, a lot of the buildings are on the west coast, so even with those damaging winds potentially coming in from the east, they're not going to get the full brunt of it. But, everybody out here definitely preparing for the potential for typhoon strength conditions as this pulls off here towards the north and west. In the extended forecast, even our military friends in Okinawa need to be watching out for this one as well. Long range guidance kind of splitting on it, possibly going west or even pulling off here towards north there towards Japan. That's in the very long range. Remember, 5 days out, you still have that big spread in that long range guidance. So we're definitely going to continue to keep an eye on that. Overall, though, I mean, talking about a lot of rain coming in with this, and also it's going to kick off that monsoon out there as well for our friends in the Western Pacific. But for us here in the Atlantic, it is 12 days until hurricane season, but there is no threat out here in the Atlantic Ocean. But I thought it was interesting, if you're in Florida, you're watching this, we do have that going on out there in Guam. I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta.